Pisces, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. It's for all my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, men and women. We're now covering the third week of October. So this is from the 18th till the 24th. And right at the beginning of the week, we have Jupiter and Mercury going direct. So yay, this is good news for most of you. So most of you will probably be happy to hear this. Although there is that shadow period, right, with like Mercury. So you're not completely out, but it's the heavy part, the hard part is gone. And then on the 20th, we have the full moon in Aries. So catch yourself if you get a little bit angry or irritated or impatient more than usual. And you may see that within people, places, things around you as well. So just keep that as a reminder, like, okay, it's a full moon, let me not get ahead of myself. Or I know people may be like on edge more than usual, especially in Aries. So just keep that in mind, okay? And then towards the end of the week, on the 23rd, we are entering Scorpio season. I don't know why I'm whispering, but it's our fellow water sign, right? So you may feel that transition this week as we're heading into our fixed water sign, Scorpios, and things are getting more deep and mysterious and intense, okay? But nothing you can't handle, Pisces, because we are water as well, okay? And then next week we have Halloween. All right, so we're going to be covering a little bit of health, work, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested afterwards, okay? All right, guys, so when it comes to your health, we have the Six of Cups here. So this message here is a little bit more deep and not really about like your body or like physical health. It's more so like you missing the old you, or feeling like you're missing a part of you. Like maybe you started to see, or you've been looking at old photos or videos or things from your past, and you're kind of becoming a little nostalgic, and you're like, wow, like I remember, a few years ago, or like, oh my gosh, that was like so long ago. I looked so happy back then, or I was having so much fun. Like what happened? And, I think that happens to all of us as a collective. As we get older, we kind of become adults and we start to kind of lose that spark that we had when we were kids, and it's not really our fault, just kind of life, right? Life happens and we almost like not lose a part of ourselves, but we grow into the next version of us. And so you may kind of have that emotional moment with yourself this week where you're like, wow, like just looking at those old photos, it just makes me remember like who I was back then and like how happy I was, or how good I looked, and I miss that. Like I miss the old me, and I could definitely relate to this because I've had many moments like this with myself where you just see those old photos or albums and you're like, wow, like life was good then, or I was in such a good place. And you can't go back in the past, you can't repeat the past, but you can work on creating new, better memories for the future to come. And that old part of you is still here. Like that part of you as a child, as a kid, has not died. It still lives within you. You just gotta let it out, come out and play from time to time. And it's hard when we're like adults now, and life and responsibilities and stuff like that. But there are things that you can still do, even if you did as a kid. Maybe you used to ride horses, maybe you used to swim, or maybe you used to, I don't know, who knows, go do a bunch of things, and you stop doing those things, but you can still do those things once in a while if you're able to. And it's emotional, and it's hard when you look back and you're like, wow, like I wish I was that same person, and I feel like I'm not that same person anymore. But that's also a good thing, right? Because you're just evolving into, it's not good or bad who you were and who you are right now. It's just you're evolving into a newer version of yourself. And I think you can learn to appreciate each period, each phase of evolution, right? Where you're not like losing yourself, you're just becoming a more authentic version of who you really are. And you're kind of like an accumulation of all those different stages, okay? So you may be just feeling like really nostalgic and like missing your old self, or like wishing that you could repeat something from the past. And I totally understand that feeling, but trying to live in the past really just makes it hard for us to be present and move forward, right? So we can take those memories, but also keep in mind that I can recreate and create new, better memories to come. Okay? All right, so hate to get so deep with you guys, but just it's coming through that way. All right, so when it comes to your work, school, career, and finances, we have the stars. So a wish is coming true for you. You have a small wish coming true, maybe a big wish coming true for you. Maybe you land a good gig, or you get a great opportunity, or you have things just work smoothly for you, get good grades on an exam or a test, or some kind of good news maybe coming through for you this week, or something you really wished for, something that you put on a vision board that you wanted to manifest is now happening for you. So congrats for whatever this is, whether it's big or small. Gotta celebrate any wins, okay? You could also be receiving a lot more attention or praise. Maybe you're getting recognized for something, or you're receiving a lot more attention, popularity. People are looking at you, buying your products, services. So your name could be getting out there, and maybe people in your community or school or worldwide are coming into knowledge of who you are and what you have to offer. So, things are looking up for you with your career or finances, and I feel like whatever you're doing is going to be progressing, or you are going to be seeing forward movement, and probably things are going to be expanding, okay? And your name is going to be getting out there, or whatever you are backed behind is going to be getting bigger, okay? All right, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, on your side here, we have the Three of Crystals, Knight of Swords, and Oppression. Okay, so some of you could have Capricorn somewhere in your chart. And then as far as the other side here, so this other person could be your past, present, or future situation, or all three, all of the above. We have the Tower, Four of Cups, or no, why do I keep saying cups? Four of Swords in reverse, and the Four of Crystals. So I think that wasn't by accident why I kept mixing up like cups with swords. There's this battle maybe between your mind, your logic, what makes sense, and then your emotions. Like how do I blend the two instead of just choosing one over the other? Okay, so as far as who you could be dealing with, could be a Taurus, Scorpio, or another air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Rising, Venus. But of course, it doesn't have to be. It could be any sign, like I always say to you guys. It could just be the energy this person is embodying or playing out at this time, okay? So what I see going on here, guys, is that like you're trying to do the right thing, and I feel like you are doing the right thing, but you're afraid to make a mistake. And then while you're afraid of making the mistake, you end up making the mistake, or you end up saying more than you mean to, saying more than you plan to say. I feel like there's a conversation here. Maybe you may say something, or someone kind of asks you, like puts you on the spot, and you're like, oh my gosh, like just like a fishy, right? Like someone's trying to catch a fish, like fish doesn't want to be caught, it may slip out of your hands. And I feel like someone may put you on the spot, or may ask you something, or have a conversation with you, and you feel the pressure, and you may accidentally say something that may upset this person, or may upset someone, or the way you say it, or maybe you said more than you really needed to. I don't know, but you had good intentions. You weren't trying to upset anyone. You weren't trying to offend anyone, but something you say or may accidentally say could upset someone, but that was not your intention. You're like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have said anything. Oh my gosh, like now what do I do? Because I think that's like the last thing you ever want to do, right? Like you never really want to upset anyone. You want to be in, just make people happy and not be in bad terms with anyone. And I feel like someone here may take it really personally, or may take it as like offensive or something. Maybe that wasn't even your intention at all. It just kind of maybe sounded that way, or it came out that way. Nala says hi. And I feel like it may kind of blow up, or maybe taken out of proportion, kind of like very dramatic. And you're like, whoa, like what the heck? I was not planning for this. What's going on? And this could happen at work, or maybe like right after work, or right before you're going to work, okay? And I feel like what this could be is like a conversation maybe you were having with like a coworker, or like someone at work possibly, or like an email. And what could happen is that you accidentally send it to the wrong person, to the person you maybe were talking about, or the person overhears you talking about it. There could be some kind of confusion like that. You're like, oh my gosh. So double check everything that you send or that you talk about, that no one is around you. And, you know, I don't feel like you should be talking behind people's backs anyways, but you know what I mean? Like, just be kind of cautious of that. But also, don't regret saying the truth. Like, if you are speaking your truth and you're being honest and that upsets someone, then, you know, would you rather be telling them a lie and that make them happy? Or would you rather say, be honest, and maybe that honesty, that truth may not be exactly what they want to hear? I guess it depends who you ask, right? But I would prefer honesty. Even if it makes me upset, I'd rather just kind of know and, you know, not be guessing. But more words than planned may slip your mouth, and you may say more than you actually wanted to say, and this could upset this person or upset someone, and maybe it's not a big deal, but to them it's a big deal. Okay, so and then you start to feel like the bad guy. You're like, oh my gosh, now I'm the bad guy. Like, what the heck? Like, I didn't even mean to do, like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, I was trying to help and now I'm the bad guy, and what do I do? And so you may kind of feel bad. You may feel bad even though you didn't really do anything bad. You just feel bad because you made someone else upset, or because they feel bad. Even if you were just saying the truth, you're like, you know what? That's why I should just like not say anything. That's why I should just slip my mouth. And if you can't say anything nice, don't say it at all. And I don't even think that was anything mean you were saying. It's just maybe how it came across, or what they were expecting you to say is not what you said. And, you know, okay, so, yeah, I feel like this person may take it personally, may take it to heart, and I think you're gonna feel kind of bad about it. But I also feel like at the end of the day, if you were being honest and speaking your truth, then, you know, it takes courage to do that. Just maybe the way it happened was not as expected, but this person may kind of take it out of context possibly. But let's continue on in an extended, see what's going on with this person, what unfolds here, what are they thinking, what are they feeling, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action will be towards you, and also your advice, okay? I just feel like someone's kind of sensitive, and you are gonna feel like, oh my gosh, like you're walking on eggshells and not wanting to like hurt anyone or do anything bad, but it's like, what do I do? What do I do? Okay, so let's continue this on an extended. Link will be below. I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading, and we'll talk soon. All right, take care. Bye.